Thank you. We have a little bit of an unusual situation tonight. We do not have a quorum at this time. We are anticipating that we will have a quorum. And we have a colleague that's on the way, so hopefully we will have one. So what we will do is go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance and then go into awards and recognition. And then after that, we'll do public participation. And hopefully by the time we get to the items on the agenda that require a vote, we will have established a quorum at that time. So if, let's see, if I could get Mr. David Hazlett to come and lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Hazlett. I know that was a little bit of a surprise. All right, so we will go into awards and recognitions. Dr. Joseph.
Thank you, Madam President. Metro Nashville Public Schools is honored to receive 5 2017 Best Communities for Music Education designation from the NAMM Foundation for its outstanding commitment to music education. There is no doubt the unique partnership between MNPS, Music Makes Us, the Mayor's Office, the Nashville Music Community, and the Nashville Music Community gives students across the district a top-notch music education. The Best Communities for Music Education designation is awarded to school districts that demonstrate outstanding achievement in efforts to provide music access and education to all students. Nashville Metro Public Schools, a 3-time recipient, is one of 4% of the districts across the nation. Moreover, Metro Schools is only one of 4 honorees in Tennessee to receive the 2017 award. Today, we recognize our outstanding music educators for their fine programs. 2 awards have been earned by Oliver Middle Preps. The first by the Percussion Ensemble, Director Kevin Jankowski, for the Tennessee Music Education Association performance, and the second for the Wind Ensemble directors, Directors Susan Waters, Katie Hara, for the Music for All Southeastern Concert Festival performance. 2 awards were also earned by the Nashville School of the Arts for the String Orchestra and Wind Ensemble, Director Glenn Fugit for the Music for All National Concert Festival. And the final awardee is McGavick High School's Wind Ensemble, Director David Hazlett and John Womack for the Tennessee Music Association's performance. Let's give them all a round of applause. Come up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And if we call you and you're here, can you please come up for a picture?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, this time we will go into our public. Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. We have one more. District Initiative of the Year, Community Achieves, and the National Community School of Excellence Award by Pearl Cone Entertainment High School. So the entire city of Nashville has been in a buzz for weeks with all of the excitement around the Preds' unprecedented victories in this weekend's climax with the Stanley Cup Finals. But I bet you didn't know that while all of this fanfare was going on, Metro Nashville Public Schools garnered its own version of the Stanley Cup when our district received the Community Achieves National Award of Excellence the Community Achieves National Award of Excellent as District Initiative of the Year for Community Achieves, and Pearl Cone Entertainment Magnet High School received the Individual Community School of Excellence Award. Give them a round of applause. The National Awards Program highlights effective community schools that meet specific criteria. Community Achieves and Pearl Cone exemplify the Coalition's vision of schools as hub of community that unify families, educators, and community partners to fulfill the mission of public education. The Coalition noted that they were particularly impressed with Nashville's district leadership in pursuing the community school strategy, making crucial investments in resources and coordinators, and aligning various strategies that enable the district to create and sustain these schools. We have two very short videos to share with you. The first highlights Community Achieves, and the second, the efforts underway at Pearl Cone Entertainment Magnet.
Community Achieves is Nashville's brand of the community schools model, and really our ultimate goal is how do we align community resources, school resources to meet the needs of students, schools, and families, but in a way that really helps to meet the needs of that individual building.
I have previously worked at 2 Community Achieve schools, so I have firsthand seen the value in the programming that Community Achieves provides. I mean, it is truly wraparound services for all students, from the students that are at need to the students that are just need of enrichment services.
Our site manager is invaluable to our school community and our families. Chris is out there reaching out to partners, reaching out to families in need, taking requests from families in need, and interacting with our students and staff to see what our school needs.
We work with about 45 to 50 partners external to Metro schools, and it looks really different. For example, we work with all of our local neighborhood associations, and they support us with volunteers or supply drives. We work with local churches here in our community. We work with business partners. Each are leveraging their own strengths, leveraging what resources they have available. So that could be doing drives for things that we keep here at school, or it could be ongoing volunteer opportunities, which looks like a weekly lunch buddy or a math tutor or a reading clinic volunteer.
We are looking to help change culture, school culture, community culture, and you do that really one student at a time, we believe. And so these students are becoming leaders in the building. And that will, we think, trickle and spread to other students, and then you're really affecting a whole school culture in that way.
We've supported professional development by a program that we call Power Monday. That allows teachers to receive professional development and focus on school-wide initiatives during the school day, while our partners are able to offer enrichment activities for students. Students are learning while they don't really know that they're learning. They're having a lot of fun with our partners and volunteers, and we've been able to support that through Community Achieves and through our partnership and the relationships that we have with our community.
Pearl Cone come to us with lots of needs.
The students at Pearl Cone come to us with lots of needs.
Not all of those needs are something that a classroom teacher can fulfill. Because of the demographic nature of our students, because of the high rates of poverty, because of health issues and trauma that comes from loss, and because of things that affect the North Nashville community perhaps more than other parts of Nashville, our students need an additional amount of support.
Community Achieves is the framework that our district has around the the community schools model. So from a district standpoint, Community Achieves focuses on 4 different buckets. It's social services, health and wellness, parent-family engagement, and college and career readiness. So the function of Community Achieves district-wide is to create partnerships in each of those buckets that are going to support schools in like a wraparound services sort of way related to student and family needs in those buckets.
So our personalization team is comprised of counselors, the school social worker, our FRC director, other community partners that are co-located here in the building.
Everything has come across my desk, grief, loss, counseling, food, clothes, hunger. We run closets that have school supplies, toiletries, baby supplies for our teen parent population or families who have young children.
You know, I like to think of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Kids can't worry about something else if they're still worried about where am I staying, or if they're still feeling like they don't have a sense of belonging or they need someone to talk to. And so while teachers may be the primary driver of academic success, it's community schools and Community Achieves that makes that success even possible in the first place by fulfilling things that students need.
The grief retreats, I went because my cousin passed. What I learned from there is that it's okay to let things out, but not like in a bad way, like anger. You can let it out by writing, drawing.
My son is Donovan Stephen. He's a junior at Pearl Cone High School. Because of the relationship that he has with the teachers at Pearl Cone and administration at Pearl Cone, he's been able to mature. He has a lot more confidence in himself, and he's doing great and wonderful things.
The way I talk about schooling is around academic press and personalization, and I really do believe that those 2 buckets are the central buckets for a school's success. So academic press is all things teaching and learning. I think you have to have that in order for a school to be successful, but if you don't have the personalization side, it all falls flat. And so Community Achieves really lives on this side and in this bucket. So what Community Achieves does for us and how it fits into that vision is by helping us to remove barriers to our kids' success so that they can engage in the academics the way that we need them to. We have more than 40 partnerships here, and our kids have access to that. So all of that fits into this partnership with the vision and the mission of the school.
Okay. At this time, we'll have Dr. Tony Majors come up, and I believe he had a plaque to present. Oh. And we also have Dr. Sonia Stewart from Pearl Cone High School.
Good afternoon, Dr. Joseph, Ms. Shepherd, and board members. It's actually an honor to be here. 10 years ago, a lot of people don't know the Community Achieve story. 10 years ago, the community schools model was first adopted in MNPS as the school climate and culture turnaround model at Glencliff High School. When we saw the video, you saw Celia Connolly, principal at Antioch Middle, and Dr. Stewart, who were both with me at Glencliff when we started this work. So for her to be receiving the award at Pearl is just really a great thing. But I also want to recognize someone else because she's been with us for over 10 years as well. Allison MacArthur was our academy coach at Glencliff, and she came to the district with me and continued to lead the Community Achieves work. And I want to make sure that when we're recognizing the school system for this honor, the person that's really behind the scenes working with the partners and doing the hard work. So I want to recognize Ms. Allison MacArthur with a copy of the plaque. But I also want to thank you because, Dr. Joseph, you've come in from the very beginning and spoke to the work and support for community schools, and the board has been very gracious in supporting the expansion and investment in community schools since I came to central office 6 years ago. And this wouldn't be possible without you. So I would like to present to you a replica of the National Award of Excellence for the District of the Initiative of the Year, presented by the National Coalition of Community Schools.
Well, thank you for having me as well. It is a joy to be here. It was great to be with our team and to represent our city and this school district in Washington, D.C., and get to really talk about the work that we do every day for the kids in our cities to actively remove the barriers to learning so that they can come into our buildings and they can be successful. And so I'm proud of this work. I'm proud of the work that we're doing at Pearl Cone and excited to present it to you as well today.
Since I was at Metro Schools 10 years ago, can I get in this picture at Glencliff High School? As a speech language pathologist.
kidding.
I'm just kidding.
He'll get in that picture.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Shameless plug. 4 years.
We're proud of you, Tony. Little Tony.
Let's go. I think the whole central office.
Good job, Allison.
Thank you, Ty.
Congratulations.
For all the work you did.
It's like Christmas. They will not show.
And last but not least, it didn't make the agenda, but Ms. Pierce has an announcement of awards and recognition she'd like to make tonight.
I announced before that 8th grade teacher at Weston Middle, Cicely Woodard, was named a regional finalist for the Tennessee Teacher of the Year, and she has advanced to one of the top 9 finalists to be named Tennessee Teacher of the Year. Should she win that title, she will represent Tennessee in the National Teacher of the Year. So we are rooting on Cicely and so proud of her accomplishments. And we just want to let you know that she has advanced further.
That's great. Thank you, Ms. Pierce. And so now we will move on to public participation. As you can see, we have many members of the community that want to share with us tonight. So please, when you come to, keep an eye on the monitor so you can know how to, what order to line up so that you can be ready to step to the podium when the person before you has finished. When you come to the podium, please state your name and your home address. Each person will be given 2 minutes to state what their opinion and what they want to share, and Ms. Bobo will have that sound. And so when you hear that sound, please relinquish the microphone so that the next person behind you can state what they want to share. And if you are going to, if you're sharing something that's already been repeated, please consider, not coming to the podium because so we can get everybody to the podium tonight. So with that in mind, the first person is Jim Myers, LaShondra Hefford, Lakeith Washam, Jeremy Quinoz, and Jake Smith. So please line up in that order. Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair. Good evening, members of the board who are actually here tonight, and Dr. Joseph. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Jim Myers. My address is 6620 Clearbrook Drive. My wife, Suzanne Demas Myers, and I are proud parents of a student who recently finished 5th grade at Valor Collegiate on Nolensville Road. My wife, Suzanne, actually taught for 10 years with MNPS, first at the now defunct East Middle School, where she was a Teacher of the Year, and then at Stratford Comprehensive High School. Suffice to say, we value quality education. We chose Valor specifically for its commitment to real diversity, not in words, but in numbers. That diversity extends across socioeconomic strata, across the panoply of cultures that call Nashville home, and across the racial lines that have so long separated us from each other. In short, it is a beautiful reflection of our community. We chose Valor because we saw a school ready to tackle contemporary issues in education within a diverse community. We were attracted to their rigorous curriculum, attention to character development through social and emotional skills, and to their robust mentorship program. I'm here today because of continuing concerns we have that certain board members, instead of advocating for all students under the public education umbrella, seem to be devoting an inordinate amount of energy to a divisive agenda of attacks against charter schools like Valor, instead of working to solve problems and address the real and present issues that all schools have. Option is not the enemy. One size fits all is the enemy. There is no place for mediocrity, indifference, political gamesmanship, and the turning of backs on a significant swath of students, parents, and dedicated educators. Just as Valor advocates for all of the students within its walls, so too should all of the board members of MNPS advocate equally for all schools under their oversight.
Mr. Myers.
Thank you so much.
Good evening. My name's LaShondra Herford. My address is 1916 Grants Pass. I'm a proud lead public school parent at Neely's Bend. I'm here for several reasons. One of those reasons is to be an example to my daughter, who is here with me today, about standing firm in what you believe in and following through with the work necessary to see it through. The main reason I am here is to ask that you please support and approve the application for Lead Academy North High School that has been submitted. Charter schools have been a huge success for many students and families all across the city of Nashville. My daughter just completed a very successful school year, which she really enjoyed. She made straight A's each semester. She was very involved in many school activities, including Honor Council and Girl Scouts, and she was even chosen as Student of the Year, affording her the opportunity to represent not only herself, but her school as well at a community banquet that was held off campus. There are so many things that I love about the school. I love the open lines of communication between the parents and staff. I appreciate all the extracurricular activities that are offered outside of the regular school hours. As a matter of fact, we will be going to movie night at the school on Thursday to watch the Lego movie. She has excelled and prospered under the curriculum and guidance of Lead at Neely's Bend, and I feel adding a high school to this program to further that continuum of care through the next phase of the education process is not only a wish or a want, but a duty that we owe to our children. It is my responsibility as a parent to make decisions based on the best interest of my child, and I truly believe transitioning from grade school to high school with the same type of learning techniques, nurturing environment, and positive reinforcement is vital to the success of the children. So again, I ask for your support of the application submitted for Lead Academy North High School. Thank you for your time and commitment in supporting kids all across the city.
Good evening. My name is Lakeith Washam, and my address is 569 Pebble Drive, Madison, Tennessee. I am a proud parent with Lead Public Schools. I am here tonight to talk about my school and to ask you to please support the Lead Academy in North High School and Lead Southeast Elementary Schools. This is the reason why I love Neely's Bend Middle School. Neely's Bend Middle School Prep has given me the assurance that they are preparing my daughter for college academics. My daughter isn't just learning how to memorize facts and information. She's learning to think for herself. She's learning to research information, and she is making quality decisions. Neely's Bend Middle School Prep has taught my child to aim high for education. While attending Neely's Bend Middle School Prep, she has had several opportunities to visit several colleges, not only in Tennessee, but also in Kentucky. She has went on several field trips, such as the state capitol. Neely's Bend Middle School has proven to me that they are the middle school prep, that they are preparing my kids, the future generation, that they are preparing them for a great college education. I am honored that my daughter is attending such a great and collegiate school. We are thankful for how the school has impacted our community, and we expect that they will continue to do great things. So I just want to ask you tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Washam.
Thank you.
Good evening, Dr. Joseph and members of the board in attendance today. My name is Jeremy Quinones, and I'm the Family Engagement Coordinator for Neely's Bend, a Lead Public School in Madison, Tennessee. I live nearby at 1107 Richmond Drive in East Nashville. Do a lot of shopping at Rivergate. So as a Family Engagement Coordinator, I have the amazing privilege of getting to meet every one of our families that enroll on our campus. Every summer and throughout the school year, I lead a team of staff and faculty members and scholars to visit our new families, just to let them know how excited we are to have them join the Lead family. During these visits, we engage in conversations about how we can better support their scholar and their family. We make ourselves available to our families by going to their own neighborhoods and sharing a few moments with them about where they come from, about who they are, and where they want to go, and not just academically. We all know that teachers and staff members across MNPS and as well as LEAD and all the other charter schools represented in Nashville we take our jobs very personally, as we should. And that is why I stand here today. I take what I do very personally. We have a saying at Neely's Bend, somos familia. It means we are family in Spanish. So I stand before you today because opening a new high school will directly impact my family. Today, I am a voice for the families and children who may not know how to advocate for themselves yet, and I share a belief that every child deserves an amazing educational experience. So please contemplate this question: what is in the best interest of our families and community? I know that LEAD will continue to inspire good work in the Nashville area because I see the work day in and day out. I see our scholars reading to kindergartners at Amqui Elementary and Neely's Bend Elementary. I witness our scholars encourage each other during presentation time with silent love. And I've seen how much our teachers love our community when they give up their weekends to go see their scholars. And so our families trust us with their kids, and I hope you can trust us as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Members of the board who are here, thank you for your presence tonight. My name is Jake Smith, and I reside at 5735 Knob Road, but I have worked for the past 3 years at Brick Church, a LEAD public school. In my time at Brick Church, I have encountered many, many families who are always looking for a better opportunity for their students, but I want to talk more about my personal story today. I'm here tonight to ask you to please support the LEAD Southeast Elementary School and especially the LEAD Academy North High School applications that LEAD has submitted. I'm the first person in my immediate family to finish college. I attended one of the best public high schools in the state of Alabama, and without that education I received there, as well as the support of knowledgeable college counselors, I do not believe that I would have been able or willing to go to college and finish my degree. We too had 100% acceptance into college. LEAD Academy High School has not only offered, but delivered on this same vision for hundreds of Nashville families. Like I said, my job is to work with families, and it is clear that there is a need for more high-quality high school options in the North Nashville community. More than half of our 8th graders have chosen to attend LEAD Academy rather than their zone schools. Mind you, LEAD Academy is downtown. It's a very far bus ride. Our families are being unduly burdened in order to access quality schools, but with your help, we can change North Nashville's educational landscape for the better. So again, I urge you to approve LEAD's submitted charter applications. Thank you for your time tonight and for your support of all of our students.
Good evening. My name is Kathy Baker. My address is 1300 Bessie Avenue, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. I am a parent of 2 children at LEAD, one going into LEAD High School and one with Brick Church College Prep. I'm here tonight to talk about my school and to ask you to support for the LEAD Academy North High School and the LEAD Southeast Elementary School. This is what I love about my school and why I believe in LEAD. What I love about LEAD is the curriculum, the ethos. I am committed. I am courageous. I am self-reliant. I serve others. I am disciplined. The teachers are there to teach and are excited to do their jobs. They make sure each and every child has the skills and utensils needed to grow academically and socially. They also have a great disciplinary system and kickboard where they lose merits or points. Points are deducted from a paycheck which the children receive and are allowed to spend in the school store. They have a zero tolerance on bullying. It will not be tolerated. Furthermore, their high school had a 95% graduation rate this year, meaning that 95% of the 2013 freshman class graduated class of 2017. And of that 95%, 100% of the 2017 graduating class got college acceptance. And I know this because I attended what's called Senior Signing Day, where the middle school students and parents are invited to see the graduating class pick their college and announce it to their parent. It was a truly emotional experience as I sat there and imagined this is my child in 4 years. I was filled with excitement, joy, pride, and tears. So with all these wonderful qualities, how could I not love my school? How could I not want to provide my child with the best education possible? After all, I love my children. Therefore, I think it would be great to have...
Thank you, Ms. Baker.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Brianna Murphy. I live at 512 South 8th Street, Nashville, Tennessee, 37206 Davidson County. I am a 2015 graduate of Lead Academy High School, and I'm currently working as an intern with Lead Public Schools. I'm here tonight to ask you to please support our application for Lead Academy North High School and Lead Southeast Elementary School. I started Lead in the 5th grade, and every year I was given challenges and opportunities that helped prepare me for success in college. This spring, I will graduate with a degree from Nashville State. I'm here to ask that you allow us to open 2 more schools to give even more students like me the opportunity for a great education and a brighter future. LEAD has given me many chances to represent them in the most positive ways. In 2014, my junior year of high school, I was given the opportunity to not only support my high school, but all the schools in the network as an intern. Working at LEAD made me realize that LEAD doesn't feel like they're better than anyone else, but we are a better alternative for students and families who may not have the success they're looking for in their own schools. Every chance I get, I head back to LEAD Academy and sit down and talk with current students. We talk about experiences in high school. We talk about the experiences alum have in college. We let them know that we're on the path of success, and the vision LEAD has for us is real. LEAD has given us a chance to have a bright future. No matter where we're from, we're all given the same opportunities to be great. LEAD Academy has made high school and college a breeze for me, not because it was easy and not because they gave me the answers, because they didn't, but because they gave me the knowledge and helped to not kick myself when I was down. But they helped me understand that you never really fail. You just mess up a little, and you just have to try different ways to succeed. Please support LEAD Academy's charter application. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tammy Thomas. I live at 2315 North Tennessee Boulevard. I am both an intern at Lead Public Schools, and I'm a Lead Academy alum of a class of 2014. I'm here tonight to talk about my school and ask for your support on the LEAD applications for Lead Academy North High School and Lead Southeast Elementary School. LEAD has been more than just a school to me. It has been a family. It provided an alternative for a student like me to thrive in a smaller setting. My parents could not afford the sticker price of a private school and were not impressed with the quality of our zone district school. It provided my parents an opportunity to choose a high-quality education at a price they could afford. Supporting the applications for Lead Academy North High School and Lead Southeast Elementary gives parents like mine an option. My experience at Lead provided me the opportunity to serve both my school and the community. They taught me to be confident and courageous in my academic pursuit and my personal goals. It was there I saw the discipline that it takes each class to get 100% college acceptance. It taught me to be self-reliant, which has allowed me to be successful at my university. I urge you to allow other families to experience such opportunities. Thank you all for your time tonight, and thank you for your support for all kids across the city. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jaya Toms. I live at 426 Raintree Place, Hermitage, Tennessee, 37076. And I am a senior biology and Spanish joint major at Fisk University. And I am here today because I support Lead Public Schools. I am an alumnus of the first graduating class of 2014, who enjoys helping Lead Academy with Alumni Night each year, a night where we see former teachers, staff, and fellow classmates cheer on our Panthers. LEAD has also extended their support for me throughout college with care packages and check-ins. They have also checked and reviewed all my resumes, personal statements, and essays. They have, and currently I have been appointed as LEAD Academy's Alumni Association President, where I get to witness our alumni provide mentorship and service to our LEAD family. To conclude, I would like to say thank you for your service to all Nashville students across the city, and to please support LEAD's applications. Thank you for your time.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Steve Johnson. I'm 1430 Puryear Place, and I'm here to speak on behalf of LEAD Public Schools and their 2 charters application. LEAD continues to make huge difference in the Nashville community based on what I have been fortunate to witness over the past 6 to 7 years. I had the good fortune of coaching the Bordeaux Eagles in North Nashville from 2009 to 2015, and our facility was very close to the old LEAD Academy campus off Jefferson Street. Each year we had over 20 young men who went to a number of different schools in North Nashville, and it became very obvious which of the boys attended LEAD Academy. Their demeanor and respect for adults stood out, and it was so refreshing to see a number of the teachers show up and support these young men on Saturdays. It showed me that they truly cared for these boys both in and out of the classroom. I'd like to share one remarkable story that truly sold me on what LEAD Academy's impact has on their students. I had a young man on one of my first teams named Brandon. He hardly ever smiled and had very little to say. And I found out within a few weeks that this young man's mother was terminally ill and his living conditions were not very good. Just a few months later, she did pass away, his mother, and Brandon shared with me how very worried and anxious he was about his future. That is when LEAD took over. At the small memorial service, 75% of the people in attendance were from LEAD Academy. Over the next 3 years, I got to witness that the LEAD Academy turned around this young man's life. They saw potential in Brandon and filled in the gaps in so many ways, both personally and academically. During his mother's illness, Brandon's grades plummeted, and LEAD did not give up on him. They gave him everything he needed to make it to the next level. As a coach, as a father, and as a great friend of Brandon, I cannot imagine how his life would have turned out had it not been for LEAD Academy. I sure appreciate your willingness to grant them and give your support in their future opportunities at other schools. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Valdez, and I am a science teacher at LEAD Southeast Middle School. When I moved to Nashville in 2012, I was flabbergasted by the diversity of the city and the immigrant community, and I knew I needed to serve them. So I decided to become a school teacher, and I work at Enio Middle School for a year. Then I moved to LEAD Southeast, and I've been working there for 3 years, and I love it. I love working at LEAD Southeast because I can do what I love, which is to teach science and do fun experiments with the kids, which is to serve my Hispanic community, and it's also serving the immigrant community that we have at Enio. I work there. My address is 549 Kathy Joe Circle, Nashville, Tennessee, 37211, and my neighbors are my parents. My kids are my neighbors too, and I love serving them. For me, it's very important to continue this work and give those immigrants, the ones that choose to come to the United States for have a better life, the choice of having a better education, and I want them to have that choice through LEAD Public Schools. So I ask you to support LEAD Southeast Elementary School and also the LEAD High School. And thank you very much. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for having me here. My name is William Mwizerwa. I'm the founder and executive director for Legacy Mission Village, a nonprofit serving refugees and helping them to adjust in their new homeland and culture. So we appreciate all support to our children to achieve the education. But we came to know about LEAD Academy through friends. And our first group graduate this year from LEAD Academy. We appreciate the help they get. These children get here with a trauma from war and the refugee camp life. They came here with culture shock, they came here with language barriers, and they get trauma when they're in school, when other kids laugh about their names and their accent. But when they get help, they're really good kids and very intellectual kids. So the grade they go to does not correspond with the intellectual level because they leave refugee camp in elementary school, and when they get here, they get in the high school because of the age. That is a huge limit. But when they get a small group to help, they do well. That's why Lead Academy helped these kids to do a good job, and many get scholarship, academic scholarship for college. We appreciate your help, and we appreciate your help to Lead Academy too. Thank you.
Miss Anselmo here tonight? Miss, she's not here? Okay, thank you.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Elia Abarca. Vengo en representación de la comunidad latina de los padres. Estoy aquí para dar mi testimonio como madre de familia. Tengo 2 niñas en la escuela elemental Lead. Es una experiencia demasiado grande para mí porque mis hijas han subido un nivel demasiado alto en cuestión de educación con esta escuela. Yo estoy aquí porque quiero que sea el soporte, o estoy soportando o dando el soporte para que se inicie la escuela elemental. Yo estoy excitada viendo el desarrollo de mis hijas y tengo nietos. Entonces quiero que esto siga y siga más arriba porque estamos ya iniciando. El próximo año se inicia high school y estoy aquí para dar ese apoyo.
Good evening. I'm translating for her. My name is Elia Abarca, and I'm here to support LEAD. I'm a proud parent of 2 daughters that go to LEAD Southeast, and I am very excited about their growth. I am here to support the elementary school because I have grandchildren, and I hope they attend that school. In 2 years, my daughters will be going to the LEAD Southeast High School, and I am very excited about this. I moved here to have a better education choice for them, and I am very proud of their work at LEAD Southeast.
Thank you. Ingrid Cruz or Hilda Cruz, neither one here?
Good evening. My name is Ingrid Cruz. My address is 343 Margot Lane. I am a sister to a LEAD student as well as a staff member of LEAD Public Schools. I am here tonight to talk to you about my school and to ask you to please support both of our applications. The reasons why I love LEAD, I remember when my brother first started his first year at LEAD Southeast, he was a shy kid, but slowly, with encouragement from his teachers, he grew in confidence. The staff has always been welcoming to anybody that walks across that door, including me, since I am the receptionist. I am always welcoming our families because I want them to feel welcome and part of our family as well. He liked how they were rewarded when they did their best. I like this as well because kids need to be reminded that they are great and capable of many things in their lives. I have seen a lot of good things from LEAD, not only by being a sister to a student, but also as a worker. In my time being with LEAD, I have witnessed the kindness and how everybody is treated equally regardless of background or color. We always try our best to keep our families happy and welcome because we want them to feel as part of our community at LEAD. Because without them and their students, we can't serve them as we want. I support both of these applications because I am also a mom to a 1-year-old who will soon be starting in kindergarten in no time. And I would love for him to attend a school like this where everybody feels welcome and where I know I can trust them with my child's education. I love LEAD because they always put their students first, because they see us as their people, their family, no matter what the situation is. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Julia Jones. I live on 1231 Buckwingwell Road, Madison, Tennessee. I'm a 7th grade scholar at Neely Spence, a Lee public school. Today, I come to you with a challenge. The challenge might be small, but it impacts people. The challenge is that my family and I want a high school that helps me get to my goals. And my goal is to go to college to become a trainer of service dogs. Another reason why I want to have a LEAD high school is because my brother went to Hunter's Lane and my family had a really hard time there. What I like about LEAD Neely Spence is that the teachers help me understand more about what we're talking about. Earlier this year, my ELA teacher, Ms. Bennett, helped me so much that I grew a year and a half in reading. That made me feel very great about myself. So please, don't start the new LEAD High School now. I feel that my growth is just now beginning. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Buenas tardes, señores de la Junta Directiva. Mi nombre es Mara Rivera, vivo en la 33 Dunally Court en Nashville. Tengo un hijo en STEM Pre y otro en STEM High y 2 en Glengarry Elementaria. Fui uno de los padres que firmó la carta a favor de las escuelas charter.
Good afternoon, members of the board. My name is Mara Rivera, and I live at 333 Denali Court. I am the mother of 5 children. I have 1 child at STEM Prep, another at STEM High, and 2 at Glengarry Elementary. I was one of the parents that signed the letter in support of charter schools.
Tuve un hijo en las escuelas públicas de Nashville y no fue una experiencia que como padre quería para mi hijo. Por esta razón, empecé a buscar información de las escuelas magnet y charters para el resto de mis hijos.
One of my children went to a district school, and as a parent, it was not the experience I wanted for my child. For this reason, I started looking for information about magnet and charter schools for the rest of my children.
El primer año que mi hijo fue aceptado en STEM Pre, di gracias a Dios por la oportunidad que mi hijo tenía. Los maestros se dedican a que cada alumno supere sus metas en cada materia. Siempre están disponibles a ayudarlos educativa y emocionalmente a cada uno.
The year my son was accepted at STEM Prep, I thank God for this opportunity for my son. At STEM, the teachers are dedicated to ensuring each student surpasses their goals in each subject. The teachers are always available to help students with their education and emotionally.
En la escuela STEM Pre y High School, los maestros enseñan a nuestros hijos que con esfuerzo y sacrificio pueden llegar a alcanzar todos sus sueños. Como madre de 5 hijos, mi deseo es que los que están en Glengarry Elementaria en el futuro puedan estudiar en STEM Pre.
At STEM Prep and STEM High School, the teachers teach our children that with effort and sacrifice, they can reach all of their dreams. As a mother of 5 children, my wish is that my children at Glengarry Elementary can attend STEM Prep in the future.
Gracias por darme la oportunidad.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Good evening. My name is Kamika Fuller. My address is 441 Cedar Cliff Road in Antioch. I am the mother of 3 beautiful and intelligent but very different children. Anyone with more than 1 child can probably attest with me how bewildering that can be. Yet because we want the very best for our children, we work with them to grow their strengths and overcome their challenges. It reminded me of my brother who struggled with many behavior challenges in school to the point where teachers called almost daily to report those challenges. My mom addressed and dealt with each of those issues. However, it also prompted her to ask, was there anything good that they saw in her child? That's where I am each time that I read article after article of some of our elected school board officials. Is there anything good you see with Metro Nashville Public Charter Schools? I would love to see an article congratulating the rising senior class of KIPP Nashville Collegiate High School, where over half of the students qualify for this Hope Scholarship, having scored a 21 or better. Or a tweet applauding over a third that scored a 24 or higher. Wouldn't it have been nice to hear of the many students, including my daughter, who scored a 29, went back this past Saturday and took the ACT again, hoping to improve their scores and opportunities to get into the colleges of their choices. While those deserve recognitions and countless others would have been nice, our students, teachers, and parents continue to not only press but progress without them. But in spite of the negative rhetoric from some of our elected school board members, much like my brother did, who went on to serve his country for 21 years in the Navy, earn a degree, and then continues to serve as a teacher in a public school. While I laud the efforts of MNPS to improve the educational outlook for all of our children through choice, I ask that you please stop the disparaging remarks towards our families for our choices. Thank you for your time and attention.
Is Ms. Bramlett here? Ms. Bramlett? Nope, okay. Alma? Alma's not here either. Janet Rodriguez?
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Alma Gramajo.
Good evening. My name is Alma Gramajo.
Soy madre de una niña que va a la escuela pública LEED.
I am the mother of a child, a daughter that goes to a LEED school.
Estoy aquí esta tarde para hablar
And I'm here to speak to you
sobre mi escuela
about my school
y para pedir, por favor,
and to please
apoyo a la solicitud de LEED
support the charter application for LEED,
Academy North High School
the LEED Academy North High School,
and LEED Southeast
and the LEED Southeast Elementary
Elementary School que LEED ha entregado.
that LEED has submitted.
Esto es lo que me gusta de mi escuela y porque creo que LEED
This is what I like about my school, and because I believe that LEED,
me gusta Cameron,
I like Cameron.
que es una escuela pública de LEED,
That's a school, a LEED school.
porque es una escuela muy segura para mis hijos
It's a safe school for my children,
y el rendimiento que mi hija tiene en LEED es fabuloso.
and my daughter has a fabulous progress at this school.
Y su personal es muy respetuoso y amable.
And the faculty is very professional and friendly,
Y se toman el tiempo para enseñar a los alumnos.
and they take time out to teach the children.
Y por eso creo que deberían haber más escuelas LEED.
And that's why I believe that there should be more LEED schools.
Y aunque mis hijas aún van en la middle school, pero muy pronto van a ir a high school.
And even though my children are only in middle school, but soon they will be at the high school.
Gracias por su tiempo esta tarde
Thank you for your time this evening,
y por su apoyo a todos los niños de toda la ciudad.
and thank you for the support of the children of the entire city.
Thank you. Janet Rodriguez, is Ms. Rodriguez here? Tina Flores? Please make sure we watch the monitor.
My name is Tina Flores. I live at 757 Winthorpe. And I'm sorry I'm upset, but my son had to be pulled out of a district school because no one would help him. My daughter came up right behind him. I said, oh God, what's going to happen to her? Had it not been for the students, the teachers, the faculty at Cameron and the LEED public school, my daughter would have been pulled out of the district school. I'm sorry I'm upset. But I had an honor roll student that was put in a district school and was bullied, and nobody at the school would help me. I begged for help. They ignored my calls. They ignored everything I needed. I showed up at the school. I asked for help. I didn't get help. All I got was excuses. I removed my son from the school that day because he didn't want to go to school no more, and he'd been an honor roll student his entire life. After that day, I took him, found a private school that I paid for him to go to school online, for him to graduate, so that he would go to college, which he is, Trevecca University. My daughter, had it not been for LEAD, would be the same way my son is right now. But thanks to the LEAD Public Schools and the amazing teachers, faculty, staff, I just don't know what else to say about these people. Not only did they give her a great education, but she has the self-esteem, the confidence, and the community service to let her know that all people are created equal. All people deserve the right of an education, a good education. My daughter is now finishing Cameron and starting into the LEAD Academy. And I want you to know, I drive my daughter back and forth to school because I choose this school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cynthia Callahan. Callahan here tonight. Marion Gamil.
Hello, my name is Marion Camille, and my address is 439 Melwood Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37217. So I would like to say good evening to everyone in the beginning. Again, my name is Marion, and I'm a sibling of two students, one at Cameron and one at LEAD. I'm here tonight to talk about my school and to ask you guys to please support in both of our applications that LEAD has submitted. So now let me tell you guys a little about my educational experience. I came to the United States as an immigrant in 2009, and as an immigrant, it was really hard for me to speak English. So I started the 6th grade at Cameron Middle School before it comes charter school, and I was an ELL student, and I went into Glencliff High School and graduated from there as a Tennessee Scholar, and now I'm a proud Trevecca College student. Even though I'm a college student right now, I wish I could go ahead back and change some things about my educational experiences. I wish I had a school that would provide me with a strong system and push me hard enough to achieve an outstanding solid education foundation. But I never received that. I'm not saying that Glencliff or Cameron were bad schools, but they're great schools, but they need more room for improvement. So by raise of hands, I would like to see how many parents in this room? Great. A lot, I see. So I believe that many of the parents here want their students to go to a great school, an outstanding school. Many of them want to send their school to charter school because they believe it's good. And so as an immigrant, I didn't have that choice. I had to go to a zone school, and that is, it was just, there were a lot of barriers in front of me and my family. We didn't have a car, and...
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ms. Jones, Fanny Jones. Shauna Gross. Maria Del Carmen I can't even say her last name. Caratanega. Okay. Dominique Bailey. Sherry Patterson. Elizabeth Louie.
Hello, my name is Dominique Bailey, and I live at 1500 Porter Road, apartment F3, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. I have 3 children, but I like to stay focused on my oldest, who is going to 3rd grade. When my son started school, he was enrolled in district school. Early on, I received complaining about behavior issues, but the school never talked to me about his academic progress. During IEP meetings, they talk about problems, but never the solution to the problem. To my surprise, at the end of kindergarten, my son was on honor roll, and he passed the first grade. But when I asked my son, what is 1 + 1, he couldn't tell me. This is when I knew it was time for a change. A family member told me about Nashville Classical Charter School. From the moment I walked through the door, I felt the change. My son started making progress. The teacher took the time, and even the principal took his time to help my children and his classmates to grow. Nashville Charter School is a loving, caring school that helps parents to understand the growth of our children. I signed the letter supporting charter schools, and I'm glad to live in a city that gives me different school choices. Thank you, Mayor Pierce, for supporting parents wherever they decide to send their children to school.
Thank you. Carrie Patterson. Is Ms. Patterson here? Elizabeth Louie?
My name is Elizabeth Louie. My address is 310 South 17th Street. Hello, members of the board. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening. I have one child. Her name is Carmen Does. She is 10 years old. She attended Laughlin Design Center from kindergarten through 4th grade. She was waitlisted for her choice for middle school, as well as waitlisted for Valor. She got off the wait list to Valor, had a great 5th grade year, and is a rising 6th grader at Valor. Our family likes Valor for 3 main reasons, which are safety, academics, and community. My child is safe and well cared for in her school environment, with staff and faculty all looking out for her best interests to offer the skills and tools to be a productive, creative, and innovative person. There is strong communication between teachers, staff, family, and scholars through text, email, newsletters, websites, phone calls, meetings, and, of course, mail. The classrooms can be fast-paced, and the students are engaged and thinking and processing on their feet. And for those students who may learn at a different pace or a different way, they are accommodated. Every child and their family is part of the Valor community and supported so the child has what they need to succeed. Teachers and staff are all very approachable and personable to help support students' families' needs. The energy at the school is a feeling of comfort and security as well as educating. It is a community with a common goal to prepare children to succeed in society. What I hope for is that all students and families are respected for how they choose to educate their child and that they are supported in that decision. We should all work together to support our students and families with a common goal to provide an excellent education for all. I want to thank Mary Pierce for bringing a resolution to the school board in favor of supporting all students and families, regardless of how we choose to educate our children. In closing, I would like to make an analogy, if I may. I am a special needs parent, and my daughter has a tracheostomy tube, and every time she sleeps, she needs to be on her ventilator. This is for the rest of her life. The kids who have this condition can be mechanically ventilated.
Thank you. We will move on to our governance issues portion of our agenda, since we now have a quorum. Could I ask Dr. Brandon to read the consent agenda, please?
Sure. Thank you. The consent agenda reads as follows. Approval of minutes for May 9th, 2017 minutes. B, recommended award of contracts for Antioch High School classroom additions, Southland Constructors Incorporated. C, recommended approval of change order number 2 for Martin Luther King Jr. Magnet School additions and renovations, American Constructors. D, recommended approval of change order number 3 for Overton High School additions and renovations, American Constructors. E, awarding of purchases and contracts. Number 1, CDW Government Incorporated. 2, Discovery Education Incorporated. 3, East End Prep. 4, Helen Duhan and Associates, LLC, DBA, Franklin Speech and Learning. 5, Interface Floor, LLC. 6, KIP Nashville. 7, Lipscomb University. 8, Ray Incorporated. 9, Schoolology Incorporated. 10, Teach for America, Incorporated. 11, University of Washington Center for Educational Leadership. 12, Vanderbilt University, 3 contracts. F, Legal Settlement Claim C, 35393 for $3,000. G, Legal Settlement Claim C, 35395 for $13,000. Madam Chairman, I move for approval.
Thank you, Dr. Brandon. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Show of hands, please. Opposed? Okay, it passed.
Oh, how do you do it?
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a new tool. We have to vote via
that's
board
right.
docs.
Oh, where we go now? Where we go?
I'm not sure I remember how to do that. Oh, there we go. Yep, it did. Yay.
Uh-oh, wait.
Did it come through?
Did everybody vote?
Wait, I think we have to do it separately, right? Sorry.
Dr. Brandon. Okay, so I'm clicking on it.
I'm trying.
Oh, gotcha.
How come it hasn't popped up to let me vote?
I don't know.
You got them on?
Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Did
mine go through? Okay.
Great, thank you. Ms. Pierce?
It should come up in just a second.
We're just gonna make sure we see the results.
Okay.
Need some tunes. Okay. Ms. Pierce, would you like to talk about number 2?
Sure. I had, it's in the board packet, have brought a resolution committing to advocacy for all students and their families that I'm going to roll into our next meeting, which is June 27th, 2 weeks from tonight. I think it's important to have full board participation.
Thank you, Ms. Pierce. We will move to the board chair's report. It's just a very short report tonight, effective immediately, and this is for our viewing public and our public participants who were here tonight who have left, but effective immediately, anyone wanting to speak in a public participation portion of our agenda will have to sign up themselves. We will no longer accept a multiple list of people from one person, and we will need a contact information, either phone and or email for each and every individual person speaking during public participation. And this is for many different reasons, but we're going to begin that effective immediately. So we won't have public participation next time, but we will for the first meeting of July. Announcements, Ms. Buggs.
Yes, sorry I'm late, but Mexico was beautiful. But I would like to remind people about Envision Casey and Envision Napier. Tomorrow, Envision Casey will be hosting its ribbon cutting at 10:30 a.m. Please feel free to come out and see what the designs are like, what our survey information showed us, what residents are saying, and then Envision Napier later on that day will host a meeting at 11:30. Again, these Envision projects are open to the public. We, of course, want residents in those communities to be highly invested, but anybody can come and give their 2 cents, ask questions, and be involved. I know I missed my community schools, and I wanted to shout them out. NSA is doing great. Just all of my schools. You're just wonderful. Enjoy your summer. Oh, and of course, thank you for the parents that came out.
Ms. Pierce.
Right. Do want to, and I'm not going to have all the dates right, but for the MNPS Next community meeting, just want to make sure everybody remembers to come out and attend those. We have one this Thursday at I-2 Cresswell. Dinner is served at 5:30, and the program begins at 6. I know there's one on Saturday, the 17th, if you want me to say the time. Is it? Cane Ridge High School. Oh, she was going to do that one. I know Hillsborough is at the 22nd, Thursday the 22nd, 5:30 dinner, 6 o'clock. These are exciting conversations, and we hope that much of the community will come and attend.
Thank you. I just wanted to announce Saturday, June 17th at 10 a.m. breakfast will be served, and 10:30 a.m. program for the Community Next at Cane Ridge High School, and there will be interpreters. See you then.
Dr. Brown.
I'd just like to announce that the McMurray groundbreaking that was to take place tomorrow at 10 o'clock has been rescheduled for August 17th.
Thank you. I didn't know that. And I was going to announce about the MNPS Next. For our viewing audience, please come and participate. These are going to be a lot like we had our Listen and Learns last year with Dr. Joseph and several of those across the district. So please, make an effort to come out and have your voices heard. And I just want to give another congratulatory shout out to the two band directors at McGavock High School, Mr. Womack and Mr. Hazlett, for their great job that they're doing at McGavock High School. And on a personal note, our oldest granddaughter is the color guard captain this year for the band, so we are super proud of her. So, with that being said,
is there? I think there's one clarification.
McMurray is on tomorrow. Tusculum is scheduled for August 17th.
Oh. Okay.
You want to say
never
it
mind.
again?
All right.
Okay.
Be there no further business. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information about this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.